Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open. Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We go cut! 180! Here we go, G! Here I come! Here I come! Hey, value three! Value three! 61, matchbox lights.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Gone. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Check. Crunch. 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 Point out. Run. Kill. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Maverick wall.
Just beating the play clock is gone. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow waiting. 48, Good. I forward, ready. Push him. Kill. Check 99.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Tight dog. Here go 21. Hey, box drop. Motion.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Samson Abukum. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
11. Hey, zoom. Hey, easy. Check. Motion out of back. Easy, opposite. Ready, tight.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And got his man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Switch. Check Sammy.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Breeze going up top. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defense, let's go. Check the out read.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Kill. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Ready? 5-9.
Squeeze, double. Tight as Ringo.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abukum able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Kill. 80 weapon.
Breeze going to throw. This complete to Jones. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Whip. Watch it easy. Check nine.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch twist. 5-1. Watch the safety crease.
From the 44, Breeze. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Let's get this.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Check 24.
Over.
48th Mike.
Watch the screen.
Mike, 48.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You ready? You kill.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, check.
You draw corker. Hey, you kill. You kill.
Back. Check 13. Check 13.
Looking to throw on second down. Breeze being chased out. Now Breeze lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You kill.
Check 3.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On 1st down, Freeman. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go.
Hey, you don't like the 48.
5.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Clay Matthews able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
At the 18-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Here we go.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
0-2. Hey, wahoo! Hey, easy.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Gets it off to Freeman. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check 48's the mic. Come off the ball.
On 2nd and goal, Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Switch. Sick recon, 132 fighter.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be up. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have an...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eli Apple.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On first down, Breeze. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Hey,
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looking to throw. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Goff on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. Man, I got you.
Throwing now is Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
It's our time. Slam. Shoot.
12.
SOS.
Ric Flair.
SOS. Alert 3.
Harbaugh.
Check.
Goff, a quick throw complete to Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
I got one. Watch it. 36.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 59, Mike.
Obama. Hey, Echo.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Mike 5'9. Let's go, baby.
Back to throw. Goff. And it's caught. And he'll wind up short of the goal line. So they will not be able to get this back within a score, as this remains a 10-point differential. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Kill.
48, Mike. Get your swerve on. Mike, 48. Pretty quiet.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
11. Go.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Check 48 at the 38. You might be getting tired of seeing me. He's checking. Crash. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Kill.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
No. Off.
Easy, opposite.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
Greystone, travel.
Chance.
Now Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep. Looper. Check 31, check 31. Smooth. 59. Mike 59. Watch the pass. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
DC. Here we go, fellas.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, they're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Gone. Going for it all. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hold on. Check. Hey, Delta.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Chopper!
Check three. Undercrush.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing again is Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Goff throwing again. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trying to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Breeze. It's Hill, complete. And he breaks through another tackle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
We got this.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, it's Breeze. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A big run there by Freeman. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here we go now with Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Go tonight. 20.
Hey, pick your game up. Check. Orange.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Switch gears. Mike 5'9". Check.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Rams. Cooper Kupp, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
High 7.
Goff now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, easy. Switch it, switch it.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
You got it.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Freeman. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.